I'm Bud Lucky, and I wrote and directed and did the vocals on Boundin. I was raised in Montana, so this locale is kind of based on my early experiences. You know, a high mountain plain, which is kind of my favorite area. It probably has a little bit of Montana, Arizona, all across the West mixed in, mainly looking for color. The set works around this rock where the lamb lives, and we called it the Guggenheim Rock, with apologies to Frank Lloyd Wright. The style of the background is, I was thinking of Grant Wood, who has this sort of basic, simple forms, but put together in a nice way. And then in animation, we all love Mary Blair, who was a great designer. The fish were based on a character in Nemo named Gurgle. The owl was actually made out of a prairie dog, you know, with adjustments and feathers and wings and what have you. And the Model T Ford was from an upcoming movie called Cars. And the guy picking up the sheep here is the dentist from Nemo. The water in this rain sequence is amazing. Bill Polson and the technical crew just did wonderments all the way through it. I was a 2D animator for years, and the amazing thing about the computer stuff is it has more control over elements and you know, water, and you can have wind blowing, you can rain, camera movement, reflections, light changing. It just makes everything come alive, and it's more magical. Came a great American jackalope. The jackalope is this kindly old uncle character, and kind of based him on a Wallace Beery character, or his hairstyle is based on that of Charlie Russell, the Montana Western painter. The little dance step here by Rodrigo Blas, I think, is one of the finest pieces of animation I've ever seen. Just great. Doug Sweetland and the animators did a great job bringing these guys to life. The dance sequences were funny and wonderful, and the subtleties of the eye movements and things in the serious parts, or if you want to call them serious, were great too. Everything worked. Pink ink in your thing. Does it matter what color? Well, that gets nope. If you notice, the lamb has a farmer's tan after he's been shaven, and a little stubble too. I play about 3 chords on a banjo, so I did some plunking and put a rough idea of the song together, along with some drawings, and then I showed it to John and the group, and that was about 3 or 4 years ago, and we finally did it. Just get a leg up and you slap it on down, and you'll find you're up in... I went on a sagebrush search to photograph sagebrush, and I went all over the Southwest. I found out there's a lot of varieties of sagebrush, all different colors, but I wanted the one that I grew up with, sort of this bluish green, and so that's what we have. So in this carousel shot, each animator did 2 bounds. Watch the snake. In the transition here to winter, he goes into hibernation. The camera follows a lamb around. He's going up while the other characters are going down, so we get kind of a up and down carousel movement. We tried moving the camera up and down, but it got a little queasy. He learned to live with it. He didn't care. He just bound, bound, bound and rebound. And the last scene originally on the storyboard, I just had the jackalope going over the hill. And then the prairie dogs were so much fun that we thought we ought to bring them in at the end and kind of tail it out, and I think it works nice. The finished product here is so much better than, you know, I had in mind originally, and everybody plussed it all the way through. Every little element is much better than I expected it to be done. And I thank them all.